that's a good one. Stay on there, fish. Good chunk. Thank you, Lord. That's a good one. Stay on there, fish. Get back to rolling. Rolling on up the road. We've got ourselves a rodeo, boys. Please stay on there. Oh, when that fish went, man, that's so much fun. Get up in this boat. Oh, I love it when the plan comes together. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back and checking out this video. Welcome to stage 6 is what this is. We are on the James River. We're out here and we are sitting in the shade. First day of practice, a little after, it's almost 1. I mean, it's hot. I don't often pull over in the shade to eat my lunch, but I did today. I fished to this shady spot and I was like, ooh, that feels like a good place to stop and eat a sandwich. So I have, yeah, it's like 93 heat index right at 100, and it's only 1, so it's going to get warmer. But man, it's been this first time I've ever been here. Never been to the James before. Definitely a very tidal fishery. It's got about a 2 to 3 foot tide swing depending on where you're at, maybe even closer to 4 at times in places. But yeah, never been here before. Lots of water, very big place, very spread out. Lots of creeks, a couple other rivers. I'm actually in the mouth of the Chickahominy in the creek right now. But yeah, lots and lots of water available here. So far today, if I've kept my tally right, I've caught 27 bass, but only 7 of them have been over 1.5 pounds. Lots of bites. Man, you can get a lot of bites. And I've got bites in creeks. I've got bites on the main river. And certainly been in areas where I had numbers of bites. I haven't been anywhere where I've like caught a bunch of scorables. Obviously, I mean, I've caught 7 the whole day, so just kind of one here and one there. But caught them on everything too. I've caught them on swim jig, I've caught them on tiny, I've caught them on drop shot, I've caught them on shaky head. Yeah, a little bit of everything I've caught fish on. But cool place. Seems to have a lot of bass in it. But it is hot. That'll be the hardest thing this whole week, is dealing with the heat. So that's where we're at. Gonna get back to work. Break's over. Time to get back at it. Update time. Second day of practice now, but yesterday ended up catching, best I kept count, like 32, 33 fish. I think I had a dozen scorables, felt like. And so all in all, pretty good day. For having never been here before, definitely not too bad. The area that's where everybody went to everything is the Chickahominy, and I caught the least in there. That's actually where I'm at right now, but caught the least in there yesterday. But I was really only in here when the tide was pretty high, nearly high, and still coming in. So I just was here on probably the worst tide. But caught a lot of fish on the main, or a lot of my scorables actually came more on the main river, on the big James. And so today I just wanted to come back down here when it was lower tide. It's almost noon now. It's coming back in pretty good at the moment. I think low was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. So it's been coming in a couple hours at this point. But it wasn't a good early morning. I didn't catch much at all. I didn't catch any little ones, and worked my way all the way up. And I can see why a lot of people fish up the Chick, because it's a completely different environment, much cleaner water, a lot of milfoil or hydrilla pads. Doesn't look like you're in the marsh like it does down here in the lower part of it. I just wasn't crazy about it, honestly. It looks great, but I didn't do a whole lot. There's a lot of boats, and Andy was getting bit back down in this zone, and so I come back down here and it was automatic. So I've caught 5 in like 3 hours this morning. I think I've probably caught 20 now in the last hour and a half, 2 hours. So, and several scorables. So it's been been pretty fun, but just kind of looking at some other little creeks, just getting these little narrow, winding creeks. As long as it's got some decent depth, it seems to have some fish in them. Fun way to fish, that's for sure. Gonna stay at it. It is hot again, but we do have a nice breeze today, so that breeze is keeping things manageable at the moment. But just gonna keep on fishing away. Finally got the hard bank up here, gonna fish a little bit of woods. Hot, 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 hot. I showed you this little bend. Caught a little one right over there. Right out there in the middle. Caught that one. 5.5. Big old thick. I mean, look at the back on that thing. Big old thick, pretty fish. 5.5 pounder. Okay, just easy. Was not expecting that. Far and away the biggest fish I've caught. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think we're on the right deal. This update. Yesterday, second day, ended up catching several. I got off the water a little bit early. I bit my prop shaft on my trolling motor. And Chowan River, so I went and got that fixed. But I don't know, I probably had 10 or 12 Orville bites. I didn't keep count as good. Today has not been nearly as good. You know, like I felt like I knew an area, knew a bait. Like I thought I could just go and start catching fish today and expand on it, or, you know, just know what areas were good. I don't know if the pressure's already got to it. I feel like it has, honestly. I think that's the biggest thing, but definitely not as good. I did catch some, and I did have some scorables, but stuff in the Chickahominy seems to be getting beat up pretty quick. I'm actually not in the Chickahominy now. I left and just want to fish some other stuff, Main River a little bit, and had the first decent little piece of wood I fished on the Main River. Caught a little one and caught a scoreable off a little bitty piece of a duck blind that was left. Fished a couple more, nothing, but still kind of seems like my scoreable ratio is about 50% on the Main River stuff. So I'm fishing some more of this right now. It's almost 1. We got to be off the water too, so I don't have much longer anyway, but we'll do a little bit more of this before we call it a day. Head on back. You know what you like to see when you're trying to find out a pattern? A crankbait in the mouth of one that's, I'm gonna say, every bit of 5. Off of that there duck blind. That was pretty cool. The last duck blind, the one I was idled up to when I updated last, I caught 2 off of, but they were not scoreable. And then come over here to this one, and then catch this big old pretty thing. That was over 5 for sure. Well, I do like that. I need to go find some more of this stuff and just make some waypoints here in the next little bit. Ain't got time to fish, gotta go. Ready to get started, about 8 minutes till line's in. I think our live stream is kicking back there. But yeah, getting ready to get started. We're down here in the Chick. I had plenty of time to get down here and everything. Get in the water and get to our first spot before line's in. So got a few more minutes here to wait. Then it's gonna be time to start slinging and bringing. Hopefully start reeling them in. It is a best morning we've had. It's, as far as temperature wise, it's coolest. Lower humidity. Feels really nice. The tide is going out very good at the moment. Low tide where I'm at right here is about 11:30, so it'll be almost halfway through the day. Gonna start in here for sure, and I'll probably spend the first period in here anyway and kind of see how it goes from there. We may leave, we may not. Just gonna kind of try to take it as it comes today. Just go fishing. That's the plan. If we can start off going fishing, that usually works out the best, so that's what we're gonna do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines in. Period 1. Stage 6.
come right on up in here.
2 pounds, 3 ounces.
2, 3. Golly. I had no idea how big he was. He just coming at me doing 100 miles an hour. So I just kept him coming.
3 pounds, 0 ounces.
Yeah, buddy.
You
3 pounder.
Picture that one?
No, not right at the moment.
Okay,
Well,
no problem.
thank you though. We got him covered a couple different angles. Don't know if he'll score or not. Maybe. Yeah. I think so. There's a couple bass right here, apparently. I think he might just score. Oh yeah. Room to spare.
1 pound, 11 ounces.
Plenty of room to spare. Nice little fish. That thing never even hit the bottom. I better check him.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
All right, 110. They're weighing good this morning. Thick little dude. That'll work.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
14. Okay, almost a 2 pounder. Thank you, buddy. I think this one will go. Yep. Yep, that'll do. Be still up, buddy.
1 pound, 14 ounces.
Almost a 2 pounder. Nice little fish. Good little chunkers. These are a little better average fish, honestly, than what I'd been catching. I've been catching a lot of sub 1/8. He ain't huge, but he's plenty big enough. Oh, he almost jumped in the boat. I can get my hands on him.
2 pounds, 7 ounces.
2.7, 2.5 pounder.
You have 38 minutes.
We ain't covered a lot of water in this first period, have we? Been productive though.
You're still in first, 16 pounds, 5 ounces. Marshall Robinson is in second with 15 pounds, 11 ounces. Cut 7 pounds.
Let's try to make it 9. With a nice one.
2 pounds, 9 ounces.
2.5 pounder, 2.9. Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord. I don't believe that, and I'll do it.
1 pound, 10 ounces.
1 pound, 10 ounces. Scoreable bass. Thank you, Lord. He bit it while it was stuck. Don't know if he'll score, but we're gonna check him. He bit it while it was stuck on that piece of wood, and he's been caught before.
Yep.
I don't think by me, but by somebody, because he's already healed up some. He's chunky. Be 1.8, baby. Be 1.8. Oh yeah.
1 pound 9 ounces.
1.9. Oh, that's a good one. Stay on that fish. That's a nice one.
1 pound 15 ounces.
Almost a 2-pounder. That one might just do it.
1 pound 11 ounces.
Yes, nice little fish. Thank you, little buddy. Not nearly, not anywhere close, not even in the same zip code as the first period. Way tougher period for me. Just me. Not pretty much everybody else, just me. So I got to adapt. That's what I was just telling my boat official. When you start off really strong, it makes it a little bit harder to change with the day, and that's what you got to do on tidal water. So I got to figure out how I need to change it. Get back to catch them. Ed and Andy both passed me, and I'm like 10th, 11th, 12th, somewhere in that range. I don't know, 15th. I fell a lot. I get back to work. That's a good one. Stay on there, fish. Stay on there. Yep. It's been over 2 hours since we've got to do that.
1 pound 14 ounces.
Over 2 hours. That is ridiculous. Thank you, Tyler. Maybe he'll go.
1 pound 11 ounces.
We got a scoreable bass.
Well, I guess he is.
I mean, yeah, but he ain't gonna.
I'm sure he's not gonna.
Stay on there, fish. That feels like a big one. It ain't little. Stay on there, fish. I think I got 2 hooks in him now. There at first I only had 1. Come here, Mr. Fish. Got him.
3 pounds 9 ounces.
3.9. Yes. Good chunk. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These fish out here on the river are so healthy. Started here day 2. Ended up 14th after the first day with, what did I have, 30? I have 30? No, I had 40. I had 40 something? No, what did I have?
34.10.
34.10, I can't even remember. 34.10, 20 of it caught in the first period. Starting in the same place. I don't know if that's good or not because the tide is way higher. It is just starting to get going out pretty decent. High tide here was at like 6:30. About an hour and a half ago or something. So it should really start moving pretty good here pretty quick. And I think I mean, that's what they like. So hopefully it'll start rolling and we'll start snatching these bass in the boat. Got Kirk. It's Kirk, right? Not Kyle.
Yeah.
I called him Kyle in the truck. I knew it was with a K. But got Kirk today. I'm excited for it. It's a much better day. We got some clouds. High's like 89. It's like air conditioning. So we're ready to get putting some bass on Score Tracker here in just a minute.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lines in.
That's a bass. We got a scoreable bass.
2 pounds 4 ounces.
Good chunker. Thank you, Lord. Finally. First period update. It was not very good at all. Caught one scoreable bass. I left the Chickahominy. I'm getting frustrated in their boats, and it's just, I don't know. Feel like I'm always behind somebody and just couldn't handle it anymore. So I left. I caught some fish up this way the first day. The one I caught was out actually where I had caught one in practice. So I'm not gonna say I won't go back to the Chickahominy, but I don't plan on going back. But man, it's been tough. What's crazy, I started down 14th. I've caught one scoreable bass. I'm only fell to 16th, but I'm like 13 pounds out of 10th now. Like the guys at the top some guys at the top are catching them, but not the field, truthfully. So it's weird. They're not just jumping in the boat, it seems, but there are some fish to be caught. Andy's caught some big ones this morning. Had 3 about 4 pounds, so he's done well. But we need to get with it. We need to get to catching some bass, that's for sure. Stay on there. Ain't a 5-pounder. But he's the best thing I've seen all day. Thank you, Lord.
3 pounds 1 ounce.
All right.
Long.
Yeah, he ain't as fat as most of them, is he? He just barely slurped it under too. I didn't think much of him, you know. I mean, you just knew there's gonna be one.
1 pound 9 ounces.
1.9. Maybe. Just maybe.
1 pound 7 ounces.
We're gonna do it again. I had one at the last tournament go to 1.8.
One pound 7 ounces.
I'm checking one more. I saw 1.8 that
Yeah,
time a couple times. I did. I had one at the last tournament.
Yeah, I believe it would. See, it goes to 1.8 and then falls. 1 pound 8 ounces. I lied. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, baby. Can't believe I've not had another bite right here. Golly, I thought that was a big one.
1 pound 8 ounce.
Yes. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That's a big one. I knew when I hit that one and my drag slipped a little bit. He had a little more meat to him.
2 pounds 14 ounces.
Almost twice as big as the other ones. Pretty one there, ain't it? Thank you, fish. Thank you, Lord. All right, second period update. I did catch 5 that period in like a 20-minute span, all on a buzz bait, and then it quit. Just quit just as quick as it started. Had a couple pretty nice ones. I don't know. I've run on up to another creek, but we're like 12 pounds out. It can be done. It can definitely be done. We just need to hit a little honey hole, and then we'll be all set. That's all it takes. We'll get stopped. Alright, so final wrap up from James River. Gene's over here working. Lloyd's resting. Final wrap up. All in all, a decent tournament. You know, finished 18th in my group, 36 or something overall, I think. Is that right?
I think
That's
so.
all right. I think it put me in, actually moved up a spot in the points. I was kind of surprised by that. It ended up 11th after this one. So, yeah, decent event by all means. Got paid. Andrew made a top 10. Very happy for him. Ed got paid too.
And he made a knockout.
And he made a knockout. That's right. He made a knockout. Both of their first knockouts of the year. And he made a championship out of it. Big congrats to Skeet Reese, fellow General Tire team member, on his win. And that is the second win in Bass Pro Tour or Red Crest this year that was not scoping. 2 of 7 so far for the year, in case anybody's counting, that were not one scoping. But yeah, man, a good event overall. Very happy with it. Sitting in a good place. We've got just one tournament left. I'm locked into Red Crest. I can't win any of the year, and that's at St. Lawrence River, so that'll be a big weight event. But James River was a fun place, hot place, and a place I hope we go back to. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.